Hey guys, John here with a silver update. This is more for the traders out there looking for trading ideas and trading the gold silver markets, though I think there might be some interesting information for your long-term buy and holders out there as well. So do stick around, but this is really a trading video. I get a lot of requests for it, and since this is going to be a long-term trade that I've just set up, I'll probably do the odd update here and there. So I've literally just entered this trade, so this information is still very relevant. It's not like a week or two old. So if there's traders out there interested in sort of following what I'm doing and possibly doing the same, this video is very relevant still. The gold-silver ratio. Obviously, silver has been way outperforming gold. The ratio is about 40 to 1 now, from about 85, 90 to 1 2 years ago. So the ratio is more than halved. And the reasons are too numerous to sort of go into in this video, but basically, in a nutshell, I think just there's much more tighter demand for physical, and the ratio is dropping accordingly. Silver, I mean, there's heaps of reasons, and I go into it on my video, so there's no point recapping those here. But I do think now, technically and fundamentally, we're due for a little bit of a bounce here in the ratio. So I do think that ratio will come up, possibly test 50, maybe even test the breakout of 60 again, 60 to 1. But how do you trade it? I mean, if you think gold is going to outperform silver, how do you trade it? Do you simply just go long gold? Well, gold can still outperform silver if they both drop and silver drops more than gold. So do you just short silver then? Well, no. Both metals could rally, but gold outperforms silver and the ratio rises again. So it's not as simple as just picking a metal, which one you're more bullish on, and just going long on that metal. You have to hedge it, and you have to do sort of something similar to what I've done here. Now again, I've just jumped into these trades. I'm still, I guess, down my brokerage or a little bit back. You pay a lot on IG markets for CR, or what actually it is. It's a guaranteed stop loss, which I never trade without a guaranteed stop loss. Just will never happen, and I suggest you do the same. You do pay a bit more for it, but it's worth sleeping well at night, I think. So what have I done here? Okay, I've got my long gold contract here, and I've got my short silver contract here, and I've gone long 51 gold contracts and short 20 silver contracts. Now, those numbers look rather random. There's some maths behind as to why I chose those in terms of position sizing, but basically, I can show you the spreadsheet I use just quickly. You've got gold here at 1400, 1% is $14. Silver at 35.90, 1% is 35.9 cents. And then I've just inputted a contract size for silver, 20 contracts. So 20 contracts moving 1% will make me plus or minus $718, and 51 contracts of gold moving $14 will make or break me 714, which is about the same value. And this is relevant to my IG account, IG markets account. Every broker will have different ways of handling contracts, and what a contract actually means on your broker will change depending. But basically, you've got to figure out, because the ratio is all about percentages, you've got to figure out how many contracts are the same percentage move in the other metal to give you plus or minus. So let's just say, okay, I'm long gold. Let's say gold moves up 1% or $14. I'll be up $714. And if silver drops 1%, if silver also goes up 1%, I'll be down, because I'm short, $718, or basically I'll be effectively break even. But if gold outperforms silver, and goes up 2%, I'll be up $1,400, and if silver goes up 1%, I'll be down $700. So my net result will be $700 gain. So that's how I've done the maths there. It's all about what 1% move equals, and then getting your relevant contract. So that won't help you unless you're with IG markets. Every broker will be different. So let's look at, okay, the trade's changed since last time. I'm now actually up on both of these trades. Now, the the best case scenario for me is that obviously that gold goes way up and silver goes way down. I don't expect that to happen. I expect one of these trades to lose. I just don't know which one it's going to be yet. I do expect the ratio to go up. That means I expect gold to outperform silver. So let's say I'm right and gold goes up 2%, as I stated, silver down 1%. I'll make $700 on this trade. Now, I think it'll be a bit more than that, but you sort of catch my drift. You know, if it's 10% and 5%, that's $3,500. What's the worst that could happen with this trade is that gold drops and silver shoots up. I could lose both on this trade, and each trade has $3,000 of risk behind it. So this trade here could lose $3,000 if it hits my stop loss, which is at 1363. And this trade here, the silver trade, could lose $3,000 if my stop of 37.29, because I'm short, gets hit. But what happens is, because I expect one trade to be up and the other to be down, I can increase my stop losses as I'm more right in this trade, or even wrong, because the other trade will still be up. Sorry, it's very confusing, but basically as it stands now, I've got some stops set, but as this trade evolves, you'll see how I can move my stops and not be risking any more or less per trade. But as it stands, if they both went in the wrong direction, so if gold dropped and silver flew, I stand to lose $6,000, which is $3,000 per trade. But I think the chances of that is 0%, 0 to 1%. It has happened in sometimes, but not to this degree, not to where my stops are. I don't expect that to happen. What will probably most likely happen is gold will go up, silver will go up as well, and I expect gold to outperform. So that's what I expect. So I expect my silver trade to lose. The best case scenario is that silver goes down and gold goes up, and both trades win. I just don't see that happening, but at the moment it is, but there's still very early days in the trade. Up $140 now after brokerage. But yeah, that shouldn't happen. It may, but it shouldn't happen. But I hope that gives you some sort of idea, and I'll track back in on this trade every sort of couple of weeks just to let you know how it's going, and hopefully that silver to gold ratio does go back up, but with both metals going up, which would obviously be the best for my personal investment, but also this trade will be in the money as well. So just thought that might be of interest. Be careful when you're trading the gold-silver ratio, because the contract sizes are very important here. You've got to really make sure you've got those. They don't have to be 100% accurate, but you just have to know what you're doing. It's like, for example, for me, it's not as simple as going short 20 contracts of silver and long 20 contracts of gold, because one contract doesn't mean the same thing in IG markets for gold and silver. Percentage-wise, they're very different beasts. So yeah, should be an interesting trade, and I'll track back in on this every so often and let you know how it's going. But the gold-silver ratio does look like it might want to correct back to 50 or 60, and so why not take a couple of percentage points out of the market if you can. Talk to you soon, guys.